welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura V. Thank you guys so much for watching today. In today's video, I am going to be doing or creating this look that I have on my eyes right now using the Mercury Retrograde palette by Huda Beauty. If you guys can see, this palette is gorgeous. And I did base my background on this palette, like this kind of like holographic packaging. I am so in love with this. This is gorgeous. I mean, you guys, she does her eyes on all of her palettes, but this is gorgeous. I just love the aesthetic of it, and just the color story that this palette has. It is gorgeous, you guys. It does have a total of 18 shades. Yeah, 18 shades, and they're 4 different finishes, you guys. This palette is gorgeous. It does have a pretty great size mirror in it, and it is kind of like a more plastic hard material. I would say the ones that are on her little mini palettes. I don't own any of those, but I have like seen them in stores before. I own all of her big palettes. I just don't own the mini palettes. I get more excited about her like full-size palettes for some reason. Not that I don't like the little ones, I just never really gear towards them. But I was so excited to see the color story on this. I mean, this color that I have on my lid right now is what kind of sucked me into buying this. I mean, I really wanted it, but I could have waited. But then when I went in store and seen it in person, I mean, I just could not wait. All of these colors are gorgeous. If you guys see it in stores, you guys should swatch it or kind of take a look at it before you guys purchase and see if you guys it's something that calls to you guys, or it's something that you guys want to spend your coin on, because this does retail for $67, I believe, and it's a pretty steep price for a palette. But I mean, for me, I collect palettes and it's something that I love to do reviews or tutorials with. So for me, it was something that I knew I wanted, and I knew that I was going to purchase just because I love all of her stuff and I'm a big supporter of her. And I mean, come on, like the color story alone is beautiful. So of course I had to pick it up. So if you guys do want to see how I got this look or what my thoughts were on this palette, if you guys can't tell already that I'm in love with it, go ahead and keep watching, and I'll see you guys in the rest of the clips. Okay guys, so as you guys can tell, in today's video I am going to be using the Huda Beauty Retrograde palette. This is the Mercury Retrograde, sorry, that's what it's called, the Mercury Retrograde palette by Huda Beauty. And this palette is stunning, you guys. This is the packaging alone. It did come in this like holographic box, but this is the packaging, and if you guys can tell, it is so gorgeous. I am obsessed with this packaging. I love all of her packaging ideas, everything. I own mostly all of her palettes except the little square ones. I don't own any of those. Let me go ahead and open this up for you guys. I love this palette. I think it looks amazing. I love the aesthetic of it, everything. It's a lot different from other palettes that we've seen on the market so far. And if you guys cannot see how beautiful this palette is, I mean, I hope that my camera is picking up the beauty of this palette. It is so gorgeous, and I'm so excited to use these shades. It does come with 18 shades, and there are 4 different finishes. There are, let's see, 9 buttery matte, 6 high shine creamy metallics, 1 glitter powder, and 2 sheer multi-reflective shadows. So that's what the claims are on this palette, and if you guys can tell, this is how it looks. It is like a plastic heavy material. It does come with a big mirror, and I mean, if you guys cannot see how beautiful this palette is, if you guys see how beautiful this palette is, you guys, I swear, you guys have to go see it in stores. It is so gorgeous. I had to pick this one up. I own most of her big palettes. I own like her last 3 or 4 big palettes, so I'm very happy to add this to my collection. So I did want to create a look with you guys, so if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get into it. As you guys can tell, I do have most of my face makeup on, and I did leave a little bit of powder underneath my eyes. Hopefully my eyes don't dry out. I haven't set my face or anything like that, and I don't know if you guys can tell, I am a little bit sick. I got a little bit of a cold. It has started snowing here in New York, so I think it's the weather change that's like kind of affecting me, because I haven't really gotten sick like this on and off so much until we moved here. But it's okay, it's not a big deal. I hope that you guys don't mind my voice. So let's go ahead and jump on into this video. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Huda Beauty palette. I did zoom you guys in just a little bit more, and I did set my face just a little bit. I sprayed it a little bit because I just feel like my skin is so dry right now because of how sick I am. So, and I do have some powder underneath my eye still, but I will wipe that away at the end of this video, so sorry if that bugs you guys. So the first shade I did want to go into is going to be this shade right here in the palette, and that is the shade Off Balance. I wanted to go into Libra, which is the lavender shade in the palette, but I think, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go in with this lavender shade in the palette, and it's the shade Libra right here in the palette. It's this lavender shade. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with that using my, what is this? My with this JS9 brush by Jeffree Star and Morphe. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Libra right here in the palette, and as you guys can tell, that looks super pigmented already. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start with a little bit and take that into the crease. And already off the bat, this is so pigmented. It's more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, because usually with these shades you have to build them up, especially these pastel shades. And for the moment being, so far, really good, because it's very, very, it's very pigmented, and it's very easily, I cannot speak today. It's very easily blended, is what I'm looking for. As you guys can tell, that shade is so pigmented already, and it is very easy to blend out. As you guys can tell, it's blending really, really nicely. Okay guys, so that is the shade Libra, and as you guys can tell, it is very pigmented, very easy to blend out, and it was good, nice to work with. So the next shade in this palette that I'm going to be using is the shade Off Balance, which is right here, and this is more like, it looks more like of a mauvey lavender shade. So it's the shade Off Balance in the palette. And I'm just going to add that right here a little bit lower than we took the other one. I'm not taking it up so high. And I just want to deepen up the socket of the eye. I'm going to go back in with my JS9 brush, and I'm going to go back into that lavender shade in the palette, which is the Libra, and I'm just going to take a little bit more of that and start blending out the colors so it's not like so stark and so fused together. And so far I don't have any fallout right now. I do want to go ahead, and I know I always do a cut crease. Actually right now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit to my brow bone, and I'm going to take this brush right here. Let's see. I'm going to take this brush right here, and it's like a flat shader brush, and I'm going to be using this to add a little bit of the shade, let's see, Galaxy, which is this shade right here in the palette, and it looks really, really pretty in the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of that for my brow bone and inner corners, but first I'm just going to use it on the brow bone right now. So I'm taking a little bit of Galaxy, and I'm just going to add that to my brow bone. Oh my god, that color is beautiful. And you guys, please excuse my eyebrows. I have not done them in a while, so it looks really, really bad right now, but I just wanted to see if I could add this to the brow bone. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to go back in with this with no extra product and just kind of marry them together. And now I'm going to go ahead and create I wanted to create a cut crease, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this shade right here in the palette because it's calling my attention. This one right here, and that is in the shade Mercury, which is this like teal, beautiful, sparkly blue color right here. So I did want to use that shade on all over my lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into that shade. Actually, I should take this brush right here. So I'm going to go into this brush right here. I'm going to go in with this brush right here and go into the shade Mercury. But what I'm going to do is use a little bit of setting spray on my brush so it sticks, because actually, should I just use it like this? I'm just going to use it like this, and then if I need setting spray, then I will do that. But I want to show you guys how it works without the setting spray first. So I'm not going to create a cut crease. I'm just going to like try and create one on my own with just the shadow alone. Oh my god, you guys, that is gorgeous. Okay, I'm sold. That color is gorgeous. So I am getting some fallout with that color, but not a lot. But before I get any more, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my brush a little bit just so I don't get so much fallout. And we'll see how this works with the setting spray. Okay, you guys, as you guys can tell, that color is so freaking beautiful. Like, I can't even, like, begin to, like, explain how beautiful this color is in person. I hope that it's showing up on camera, but you guys have to go and check it out for yourselves. You guys can go into any Sephora and swatch them, whichever ones have them. But you guys, I'm telling you guys, this is gorgeous. So the next thing I am going to be doing is I'm going to go in with my M514 Morphe brush, and I want to deepen up this look. So I'm going to kind of go into the shade Vortex and Hot Mess, both of these shades right here, just to kind of deepen up the outer corners. And I'm just going to mix both of those colors together right now. And I'm just going to start deepening up this outer corner right here. I did lose a little bit of the last colors that I had in there, but honestly I wanted it to be a little bit darker of a look. I just went somewhere else with this look, and that's totally okay, you guys. I just liked these colors on the outer portion of the eye, and I love how dark and vampy it made it look. I can always come and clean this up with a little bit of translucent powder, but honestly I love this blown out look right here. And I love this color on the lid. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with that Libra shade, which was that first shade that we used. And I'm going to start blowing out the lower lash line really quick with it. And I'm going to go in with this brush right here. This is the Luxie 121 mini tapered brush. And I'm going to start with the shade Libra. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the same brush that we used for Libra on the lower lash line, and I'm going to go ahead and go into this shade right here in the palette, and it is the shade Haze. It's this beautiful teal color, and it really complements this color that we used on the lid. So I'm going to go ahead and run a little bit of the shade Haze on my lower lash line. Okay, so I know I look a little crazy right now, but wait till it all comes together. It always looks better when it all comes together. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in with this LA Colors gel liner, and this is in the shade, I think it's called Fresh, in the shade Fresh, and this is by LA Colors. I think I can sharpen this one. Let me see. Fresh in LA Colors. This is a gel liner. And I'm going to take this teal blue color and run it on the lower lash line. And you guys, I know I look crazy right now, and let's hope that it all comes together. I just get really excited using this palette. I got really excited, and I figured I really didn't have an idea on where I was going with this palette, but I'm glad that I got it because it lets me be a lot more creative, and I really enjoy these blue colors. I never play with blue, so This is a first time for me, so I hope that it turns out good. I'm going to take a little bit more of this shade and kind of start buffing that color. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and go in with my Huda Lifeliner. And this is her new eyeliner that she came out with. I've actually owned this for quite some time, and it is one of my favorite liners. It is super jet black, and it has a double-ended side. It does come with the liner. I am going to tight line with this on the top lash line, and then I'm going to go in with this side and go ahead and use that for my eyeliner. Okay, you guys, so I already went ahead and added a little bit of liner. I went a little thick on the liner. I'm not sure if I want to do a wing. I didn't want to do a wing, but we'll see after I apply the lashes. I have them with glue right now, and they're just They're just lashes that I have already used, so I have them with glue right now, so they're getting a little bit tacky. I'm going to go in with one of my favorite mascaras, and I'm just going to apply it to the lower and upper lashes really quick. Okay, you guys, so I already applied my lashes. I do want to go ahead and go on my lower lash line really quick and kind of deepen up the lower lash line with that teal shade in the palette, which is the shade Haze. Okay, you guys, so this is going to be the final look using the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. You guys, I am in love with this. I can't wait to create different looks. And of course, today I did something not so complicated. I just kind of went in with this palette just to create something and kind of just play with the colors. Of course, I can think of so many other looks that I can create with this palette. It has so many good shades, like the shade right here. I can't wait to play with this one right here. This is Cosmic, Nebula, and Ultraviolet, which I think are so gorgeous. Even the super moon on the eyelid would be so beautiful, which is what I have right here on my inner corner. And just all of these shades, you can honestly create something neutral, gold, kind of rose gold, blues. You can take this palette so many places, which I appreciate because it doesn't have to just be something blue. Of course, I went in with the blues just to kind of test myself a little bit, because normally I wouldn't go in with blues, especially for using this palette for the first time. So I really wanted to go in here and play around with this palette. And you guys, it didn't disappoint. She is gorgeous, and I can't wait to add her to my collection and just be able to create different looks with it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look, enjoyed this video. If you got something out of it, I'm so happy. If you guys like, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up on this video just to let me know that you guys liked it, and leave any comments in the comments down below. I would love to read them. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.